I will say simply that I've been at this for 40 years, and for 40 years I have decried the reliance upon the non-farm payrolls number as anything other than a number pulled from thin air. The revisions have been at least, in absolute terms, higher or lower, and there's no consistency to it, 40 to 50,000 per month. To pay any attention to this number is really, I think, absurd. I pay a great good deal of attention, more attention to the ADP numbers, a number that is derived from reality than I do to the non-farm payrolls number that the Fed puts out. Pay no attention to it. I don't think the Fed is going to pay a great good deal of attention to it. I don't think the FOMC is going to do anything other than what they said they were going to do,
Dennis,
reduce the amount of accommodation by $10 billion per meeting.
Dennis, you've been at it 40 years. I've been at it 26 years looking at this. So between us, 66 years. And the one thing I would say about it in defence of the payroll is at least it's exciting. I mean, goodness me, Dennis, how many boring numbers do you and I look at on a weekly basis? At least there's a frisson of excitement when we get the payroll figure every month. The second point, and this is perhaps more serious, Americans aren't looking for jobs in anywhere near the same kind of numbers as they were previously. 62.8% participation rate. That is woeful, isn't it?
Well, looking at that number, what's most fascinating to me is that in the cohort of people 15 to 25, the number keeps falling every single month, and it has since 1994. It's interesting when by the surveys, when asked the youngsters, when asked would they take a job even if they could find one, the answer is now overwhelmingly no. On the other hand, the cohort that I'm in, the 55 to 65, the participation rate keeps going up since 1994. It's interesting. The young don't want to work, and the olders are continuing to work.
Like in Europe, the old people are hogging the jobs, yeah? It's the baby boomers hogging all the jobs. Spain and America have got a lot in common, yeah?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. The boomers are working and the youngsters are not.